Hi, and welcome back to Now TV. It is April 9th. It's lunchtime. I'm going to read the next scene, the next part in my Smallville script. So without further ado, it's called The Stranger. Finding that cigarette butt is like a needle in a haystack. As he drives to the plant answering the call to investigate whether or not what's brought him there is an accident or arson. Music in the background will be Gowan playing the song A Criminal Mind. If you've never heard it, go look it up. It's awesome. The video's awesome. A Camaro is driving into town, leaving dusty tracks behind it. She, the stranger, drives with one hand on the wheel, going too fast down the dirt road. Without thought, her left knee takes the wheel and starts to steer as the flask of whiskey in her right hand races to her mouth. Before reaching her lips, her left hand pulls out the dangling cigarette and throws it out the window. The cigarette butt hits the ditch on the other side of the road. The ash, still hot, picks up some of the brittle dry straw, and it starts to crack, leaving lipstick on the filter as the only source of evidence that can later be used to ID the stranger. She continues driving for some time down the road, right through town without a care about the car driving her way in the opposite direction. Driving drunk, chaotic, and crazy, they whiz by one another at 180 kilometers an hour. Always under cover, she says to herself, out of breath, slamming on the brakes, landing on a dead-end road in Smallville. Lex is in his office on the phone still. Lex, what do you mean the investigators believe there is no foul play? This is after driving to the urgent scene. He's back in his office again on the phone. Then how might they explain this happened? There hasn't been a forest fire or field fire like this since I was a kid, so don't tell me it was the sun in the course of nature that did it. Person on the other end of the phone. Actually, Lex, they did find something that explains it, but they were afraid to tell you for themselves, for fear of your reaction. And Lex says, well, what is it? Don't leave me hanging. What did they find? Person on the other end of the phone. They found a cigarette butt, Lex, and it has a woman's lipstick on it, so whoever was smoking it was a girl. They know that much. But they do not suspect foul play. That's all, sir. Lex, what do you mean that's all? What am I supposed to do with this burnt field? Do cigarette fires fall under my insurance policy as something they cover? I had better get to work, figure that out. And you find out who that cigarette belonged to. Person on the other end. Well, that might be slightly expensive, Lex. Are you sure that's what you want? Lex says, yes, of course I'm sure. Why would you ask a Luther such a ridiculous question? Spare no expense. I have a few words in mind I would like to exchange with this mysterious lady about her careless smoking, and I mean to have this conversation with her. Person on the phone. Okay, Lex, whatever you say. I'll be in touch with you as soon as I know more. Lex slammed down the phone and screamed top of his lungs while sitting there alone in his office. Lex. A cigarette butt? That said, he took a couple shots of very expensive rye in an attempt to lower his blood pressure. While holding his glass, he noticed something flashing on the computer screen in front of him. He leaned forward and looked carefully at what was flashing. It was an ad about Benson corn mazes, the largest corn maze in the world. He clicked on the ad, which led to a website where he saw picture after picture of corn mazes. The one for the restaurant McDonald's was the biggest one he had ever seen. He whistled at the thought of what it took to make it, and then immediately wondered how much it would cost to have something like that grown in his field. In this way, he could then call himself a farmer and know what it feels like to produce something fun and edible. No harm could come from him being a corn farmer for one summer of his life. Lex, yes, I think this would be fun. Smallville is going to need something to do around Halloween next year. Anyway, which is before the fair, so that should attract a lot of visitors. This might just be the answer to all my problems. Lex sat back with his glass and took another shot. Maybe the field burning down isn't such a bad thing. There is something good that may still come of it. Yet. And the next part's called The Reunion Begins. But I think I'm going to make you guys hold out. Yeah, I'll wait. That was enough for today. Bye for now, guys. Super Masani out. Now TV Canada.